What's up, guys? This is Dave from The Disorderly. I'm joined once again by the lovely Ash. We had I don't know if it's an opportunity, but it's like we didn't like get invited to go. We were just savages and bought a hotel room and paid a whole lot of money, and we live here. So we got to go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland on day 2, like a bunch of losers.
My mistake, I guess.
You know, because Ash, I mean, it's crazy because you think when you book a hotel for the opening day...
For May 31st.
You would think you would get to go on May 31st. But no. Disney actually emailed us, said, yeah, all right, here's your passes. You're all set. May 31st. And then quickly sent us a follow-up email saying, oh, no. Oh, no. Sorry, we made a mistake. You can actually go the next day, which is day 2.
And apparently people who have lived here a long time are annual pass holders for a while. They knew that you get magic hours the day after you spend the night at Disney, which I was unaware of.
So a magic hour is the park officially opens to annual pass holders, like an hour early at 7 a.m.?
No, to anyone who stays at the hotel.
Okay, anyone who stays
at 7 a.m. You get to ride you get to go to Tomorrowland and Fantasyland at 7, and then the rest of the park opens for everyone at 8.
Right. They kind of have everything blocked off. So we did this, a month ago? Like something
yeah,
like,
it felt like so long ago.
Excuse me. Little preparation for this on our part. Not too much,
Kind of spur of the moment, like, do we want to guarantee to be able to go day 1? So we said yes and did this and got day 2.
Well, anything for you guys, anything for content, and now I feel like just a complete loser.
Yeah, I'm happy we did it. It was a good experience. We were really worried about how busy it was going to be with parking because we were had 8 a.m. reservations.
Right. So we got our reservations for 8 in the morning, which is the first session that you can go. So they kind of have you in like they give you a 4-hour chunk, and then they stymie the crowds every 2 hours. So we could be there, right? Is that correct?
I think it's like every 3 hours.
3 hours?
The next group came in at 11.
Okay, so yeah. So we were there basically in the first wave from 8 to 11, and then at 11 a.m. they let in a whole nother just horde of zombies in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then the next one was 11 to 2.
What, 2? Yeah, and then they kind of stymie it like that, so... If you're in, I guess the first or the last sessions, you're probably feeling okay, and then it just kind of gets crazy from there. So we got a quick intro here. We got a ton of footage for you guys to see. So we're going to kind of just do a voiceover of our tour there. We'll go over it, what we liked, what we didn't like, and then we'll kind of roll the footage, and then we'll just kind of narrate it, talk over it, and kind of go from there. All right, so this is us. We're I don't know. Look how many people that is. Who knows? How I don't know how many thousands of people that kind of swarmed in, and it's crazy because people were getting into the hotel like 5:30 in the morning, or trying to get into the park as early as they can, and wait in this massive line, and you really couldn't do anything. You couldn't go anywhere. You could check in 2 hours before. You can go in, right? So
6 a.m.
6 a.m. you could check in, and then you just can't do anything. So we were in this big mass of people by Tomorrowland, and then they kind of migrate you over, and then
you wait again.
We hung out there for a little bit, and then they opened the doors about 10 minutes early. So about 7:50, we got thrown in, and
you don't know where to go.
You don't know where to go. There's no signage on anything, which is cool. Here's a sign, but if you don't have your frigging Google Disney Play app or some shit, and you don't run up to it and start scanning it, you have no idea where you're going.
People here, they're starting to run to go to places.
Right.
Day 2, some people know where they're going. I was trying to get to the cantina because everyone said to do that first, but it didn't work.
No. So it's just a horde of people who are all kind of confused. And then, after about 5 minutes, you see this. So this is just a giant mass of humanity as everyone is trying to figure out how to get to wherever they want to try to go between the Millennium Falcon ride or getting in line for the cantina or getting in line for the lightsabers.
So to our left here are people in line for the cantina. To the right are people trying to go to the Millennium Falcon. I'm trying to get out of the Horde because I'm not going to stand in an hour wait for either.
Hell no.
We're going to go do something else.
We're going to go do something. We don't, ask me about standing in lines. I can't stand it, man. So it's Star Wars, it's Disney. Yeah, basically, so we just kind of find our way, we're walking around, we go to the...
This is one of the stores near the end of, where the cantina is.
This is kind of towards the front because that is, there's two different kind of sectors where there's the First Order sector where you see, this new TIE fighter that's out front, there's stormtroopers, there's...
so that store was right next to this.
Right, yeah, so there's kind of their section where you can get all that kind of merch.
Stormtroopers up on the top, as you can see. They're yelling at people.
They're just talking ass to us, We're wandering around. People are taking pictures.
And that was one of those areas where you stop and have the Disney people take a picture and you give them your little card. And
I think I just walked through 10,000 people's pictures probably. Just a big fat guy in a red shirt. It's very Star Wars,
Well, it was very crowded. So this is within the first 10 minutes of being there.
Look at this line.
This is the line for everyone trying to get into the Millennium Falcon. Ooh. So right straight across as I cut through.
Okay, we're just let's get some of that milk.
So here we go. Here is the milk stand.
So this is where you get milk. I think you can get it in the cantina. I heard legend of it, but hell no, we didn't get in there.
Yeah, so. I don't know where else you can get it, but this is
the line.
Quickest way.
Look at that giant line for milk.
Yeah, no line for the milk. This is, 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's try the green and the blue.
Yep.
I got both. And the guy was, this many credits. I tried to give him my AP for the discount that we get with our pass, but you don't get that. So we had several miscommunications because he's in character. I don't understand what he's saying. He had to say, "We don't take this" several times to me.
Right. So that's one thing that's awful. If you hate... I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. I call me a grouch. I don't care. I hate the shtick of being in character. It works at certain places. It doesn't work here. It doesn't work when everything's new and when everything is pressure because it's time and it's money and so much is kind of riding on this hopes and dreams and nonsense. To have someone just, what is a bathroom? I don't know what that is. The greetings. What were they supposed? What are they supposed to say? Bright sun.
Bright sun.
Bright sun to you.
Oh, I forget what the goodbye is.
To the spires or something.
To the spires, yes.
Oh, dude! By the 10th time you hear someone yell "bright suns" at you, you're just like, what?
Yeah. So now we went into the Droid Depot, which is kind of at the very. So we went in the Big Thunder entrance, which is the main entrance. As you go straight, this is the first kind of thing that you hit. And it's really cool, as you can see.
We're just wandering around.
I'm drinking my
Ash
milk.
is double fisting that milk,
Note on the milk. Oh. I will not buy it again.
No, I
did not enjoy.
So I consumed about 3 things in my entire time while we were in the park. From the moment I woke up, I had water. I had a sausage, egg, and cheese Starbucks sandwich that I've had countless times, never had a problem. And then I had the green milk. And I don't want to spoil the fun for you, but about an hour later, I felt like I was either going to throw up or have just explosive problems. So I don't want to blame the milk.
Try one of them. I would recommend maybe
think.
Get
if you guys
a
love
blend.
to feel nauseous and throw up, go for it, baby.
I didn't love it. It was fine. So now I'm building a droid. I finally, decided to make a BB unit. And as you can see, there are many options.
Yeah, you're gonna pick blue, classic, purple. She liked purple, but then she just kept seeing all the basic bitches out running around Disney with the purple ones, and she thought to herself, "I can't be another one." So
I couldn't mix.
She wanted to go all black. She couldn't pick. She couldn't mix and match.
It really,
honestly, it was it was atrocious to the eyes of what you were seeing these 4-year-olds walk out of there with.
Or even adults.
Even adults, man. You know, they're just making like, oh, let's make purple and red or blue and red, just colors that just don't really.
As you see, I'm frustrated.
Clash,
I don't know what to do.
Ash is just the indecision is gripping Ash. You know.
As you can see there, I have a personality chip.
Oh, don't
which
get that.
I got talked into getting. Don't bother. Get what it is, core, and see what it sounds like.
So just to preface this, you stand in line.
Yes.
And you kind of see a wall of all your different options. Kind of so you can kind of in your mind start figuring it out, what you want. Then you get to kind of a cash register cast member, and they start selling it to you, right? So they're going through the whole spiel.
In character.
And they go, Ash goes, they offered first, right? They're like, do you want a personality chip? She's like, ooh, I don't know. I really want him to be like, she's like, oh, I don't know. And she goes, who's your favorite droid in you know? And we go, BB-8, man. We want it to be like BB-8. She goes, oh, yeah. Oh, killer. You know what? BB-8's great. He hangs out with Rey a lot. She's part of the Resistance, so I would recommend a Resistance chip if you want him to be like BB-8. We go, oh, okay. No problem. We buy the chip. We add the chip.
Yeah, so you just saw me put the chip in. So this is the core of the BB unit.
It's just like his motor. It's all his...
These are little, like, protection things for the on-off button and for the personality chip.
Mm-hmm.
Top and bottom. I found this confusing. I felt a little rushed because, like, you know, people are behind you, waiting for you. I'm like, what am I doing?
Not me, dude.
How do I put this together?
Oh, like, take all live long day. I don't care.
I know. So, trying to follow the schematics. There's no words. There's, like, I don't know.
You have, like, a disinterested person. Oh, it's day 2, and the people that are on droid building help duty are already overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They're either exhausted, they just... These people I found were pretty, like, I'm kind of, like, over it. I want to see the look on their face when they break and they finally go, like, I'm done saying the shtick, dude.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Like, that is what I really, really need to see. So, yeah, just plug it in the little antennas.
You get your option of where you want to put them.
Where would you like to put
You can
those
swap
antennas?
them around. So this goes...
You kind of slam this guy on the
main head.
Grab
There's a way to put it on. So you see I take it apart and, you know, there's clearly one slot where the front fits.
The great thing was that the kid right next to you is building one, and the guy trying to help him was like yelling at him that he has to grab the screwdriver, but he didn't want to say screwdriver.
Yeah.
He was like, grab the tool, or something, and the kid's like, what? He just didn't see it hanging like right in front of his
pointing
his
at
face.
it. It was
he was getting super pissed and frustrated. It was incredible.
So the head just is magnetic for the BB units. It has about 6 magnets. You have to get it on correctly for it to stick. But he's really cute, you know?
He's cute. He's cute when he wants to work. Okay, so this is kind of the pairing activation phase of the whole jam. So
pairing with a remote.
Ash thinks this is witchcraft or something. How they're doing.
I don't understand what you're doing. The thing is just Bluetooth with a remote. What is it doing in the box? It has no external plug to it at all. The thing is literally inside a plastic ball. What is it doing? But if he starts moving,
Disney magic.
Clearly Disney magic.
So the one thing we have had a problem with him because he goes to sleep, which is fine, but then you can't turn him back on without opening him up, turning the switch off, and then turning the switch back on, and then you put them back together, and then he'll play with you.
Yeah.
So I cannot imagine that that's how he was designed. So we replaced the batteries, we did all that stuff. So I don't know, like, do we need a new motivator, processor, his little engine? Like, I don't know. We're going to tromp back down to Disney? I mean, what do we do?
We're going to call customer support, see what they say, but, like...
That cannot possibly be...
And he goes to sleep within 5 minutes of you not touching something.
Right, but, like, if I'm a 5-year-old or a parent of a 5-year-old and I bought this for my kid, and you're telling me that I have to open him up and flip switches, then build him again to get him to work every time my kid wants to beep, bop, boop, boop.
Right.
That cannot possibly be the way they intended. So,
I mean, and it was cool. He does interact with everything in the park. So, like, we were walking around, he's just turning his head and making noises. So it was cool. So we'll be going back and we'll be asking if he's broken or not.
At these Disney people. Screaming.
And just see if that's the case.
So now we're in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, which I thought was actually like the coolest looking part of the whole place. There's just stuff everywhere. Like you just.
This is a place that I personally would hit first if you're not dead set on the cantina, because this line does get long.
So we walked right in because it was one of the first things that we kind of went in and did, and there was no line.
Yeah.
But afterwards, there's just a line to go in to just look around.
Because they only allow so many. So there's a wall of holocrons. And the kyber crystals, which were really cool. We did buy a holocron.
Yep, we got one of the Jedi holocrons.
And several kyber crystals. And they lived up to what I expected.
Yeah, they're cool. You know, you crack them open. There's different cuts, apparently. I think all the ones we bought were the same cut.
We got one thick cut.
Oh, we did get a thick cut.
Two smaller ones.
Purple thick cut, you know?
So here's Doc.
This is Doc here. He's hanging out. You know, I was pretty disappointed because, you know, I always want to believe the nonsense. They're like, oh, you might have to haggle with him. If, you know, whatever you want to buy, you're going to have to haggle. You're going to have to... He makes deals. He does this and that. And then you're just like, oh, I'm just going to walk over to a Walmart lady and buy whatever I'm buying. You know what I mean? Then you're right back in the jam again.
We didn't hear him talk. Apparently he does once in a while. So I hear...
He kind of mumbles, yeah. He
grumbles, but he apparently does say things. I thought I heard someone say...
Not in English.
No, but...
He's hanging out.
So here's a case of lightsabers, of the legacy lightsabers.
Now, these are the non-trash lightsabers. These are the ones that actually look good that you actually want to buy. These ones are not the custom ones. We didn't do that. So we didn't spend $200 on a lightsaber that looks like it was at Party City.
So we weren't too much of a fan. We really would love to do the experience.
The experience.
But like all the options to build a lightsaber right now don't intrigue us.
That's the politest way to put it.
Yes.
I think. Awesome experience, and then you're left with something that I haven't played one, but believe me, man, I've been up in the jam. I've been looking at them. I've been trying to find every picture, video, trying to find one combination of one that I'm willing to spend $200 on, and they look like crap to me. They look like crap. So I cannot bring myself to. I don't think I can do it.
So this is what is this?
This is the Rondo's Roasters, I think, where you're eating some questionable meat.
That's cooked on something.
On a roaster.
Well, that's part of a machine or something.
Yeah.
So this is the marketplace.
Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. We did not eat at Rondo's Roaster.
We didn't really eat.
We didn't eat much
there at all.
Nothing there was really grabbing me.
So to the right there is the popcorn.
Popcorn and the mouse bot, and a lot of people were just buying the popcorn just to get the mouse bot kind of container that it was holding, which is really cool. Like a woman, she was like, "Here you go." She was just handing the popcorn to like a kid. He was like, "Here you go."
The little girl just wanted the popcorn, and her dad was like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Do you want mine?"
It's $20 or something. Here you go.
For the mouse bot, it's $20, and you get popcorn in the mouse bot.
Yeah. So
you can buy popcorn by itself too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have to buy the mouse bot?
You didn't have to, but like I don't remember. So this is just literally nothing.
Just a nothing. It's very useful space. It's used well.
Maybe it's to be determined useful. Yeah, I mean, there's two doors there.
All right, now here's where you can kind of get your favorite monkey lizard. If you want a Salacious Crumb, you go grab Classic Crumb, and you can get the blue one, which you can kind of see on her shoulder there. We didn't pick up either one. It's maybe a future $70 to us with a pass holder discount. Probably like $55. Maybe something like that. So maybe we'll pick one up.
Each stuff for us, it depends on what it is, on how much of our discount you get.
It's very varied.
But so here's the store with all of the creatures.
Now this is the adoption center.
Yes.
So you're adopting these really, really expensive monsters.
They're all, I think, the ones I looked at were $40 for like the
bantha,
tauntaun,
right? Tauntaun, all that stuff.
I think the smaller, more rubbery ones, the one that I was just holding, and then like the cow thing that moves. Pig. I think it's like, or was it a pig?
It's a
I think they're $25, $30. I don't know.
I didn't even look at a porg.
Who would look at a porg?
Well,
people who like that movie.
If you like The Last Jedi, I guess maybe you love.
They are cool. Like you put your hand on them and they move and stuff. I do like that. I like the bantha.
Ash was close to a bantha, but it's $40.
And he does make noise. He's very soft. But I was weighing my options with what I really wanted at the moment.
You didn't want a puffer pig. So I mean, there's a bunch of, but like honestly, there was that spidery thing from like Star Wars Rebels. There's Minox. There's just, I don't know, porgs. You know, I was like, all right, let's keep it moving. You know, I'm not gonna.
And when you get them, they come in a little.
They come
cage.
in that cool little box. You know, it's a cool.
It's cute.
Little thing. You know.
But keep in mind when you come visit this place, is you're carrying all this stuff around.
Yeah, and you can
for the
see
rest
people.
Of the day.
Yeah, you'll see people with kind of the boxes maybe. Let's see here. Anybody? A little bit.
I'm kind of surprised. So here it is, the Millennium Falcon.
There's the Falcon, baby. The only thing I was really like pretty stoked on, you know, just getting to see the Falcon up close. We're heading into the ride, and by this time, I felt less than ideal. I'm not on much sleep, but I felt pretty bad. Pretty bad.
So it said, I think 45 minutes when we walked in on the Disney app. This is the backside of the...
Kind of the exhaust jets going off a little bit.
Yeah, Falcon.
Little discharge. So you can only kind of get these angles from the ride, too.
Yes.
This is all like fenced off. I don't think you can get behind it.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, it's all kind of walled off. So you gotta... The front people have the front. You're standing in line, you got the back.
So you can see, like, the line can be very, very long out the front. You'll see how much we actually walk through. But it's all inside. You're all shaded. So in the summertime, this isn't going to be a miserable thing.
Oh, I don't know, Ash.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We'll get to it. So there's... I'd like to think of myself as a fairly tough individual. Fairly sturdy stomach. I never throw up.
No.
I never really had problems. I haven't thrown up since like 2013.
Yeah.
I had the neurovirus, and I was like that. I think it was either Chipotle away or it was something else.
We both got it, so it was the neurovirus.
It was something bad. I let me tell you, people. I'm not lying here. I was as close to throwing up as I've been to in years, waiting in this line, because they're pumping a smell or something into the room. It's like a smell of tires or exhaust.
To me, it reminded me of being in a tire store.
Where, you ever go hang out in a Costco while they're rotating your tires? But, like, I can't explain I don't know. I don't know if I'm just... I don't know if it's psychosomatic. I don't know what's going on.
So here you can hear this.
You can hear them. They fire up this machine, and then they pump a smell into the room that made me want to throw up and die. It made my head felt like I was going to explode, and I thought I was going to die. I honestly was like looking towards the exits. I was planning, where am I going to lean over and start throwing up? It was brutal.
It didn't quite do that to me, but it did. It was warm in there. It didn't feel great.
Imagine a lifelong Star Wars fan halfway through the line of the Millennium Falcon ride, and I'm like, I gotta go. I was pretty close to being like, I just gotta punch out.
So finally we've gotten through the entire line. Here is your first kind of staging area.
You're talking to Hondo, who... classic Star Wars character.
Yeah, kind of preps
Clone Wars.
your mission.
He said I wasn't paying attention at all. I was just trying not to throw up at this point.
So now we are in the next kind of waiting line.
You're basically in a lot of different zones. They want to it's a cool idea because they want to shuttle you into these zones. So the Millennium Falcon just starts braking at some point. Apparently this happens every 5 to 10 minutes. And there's a cast member yelling, "Someone go push the button! Someone go fix it!" And so I just run over, and I'm like, oh, I'll just push this button right here that's flashing, and sure enough, it fixed it. So if you're in line, you can kind of, expect to do that. There was a bunch of people trying to get photos at the table here.
So we have our little tickets. We're in a certain color group, and our group of 6 each have our responsibilities.
Oh, dude.
So lights go out again.
There's it going out again. So it just, apparently, if I'm working this area as a cast member, I probably want to kill myself.
This is the last staging area. This is where your acting skills are very tested if you're a cast member here.
Yeah.
You really have to embrace your character.
And you can kind of be more of a dick in this area because you're supposed to be working for a dickhead.
Yeah.
Who is sending you on an errand.
So we're about to get into the ride. So this is the Millennium Falcon to us.
This is it. So they kind of feel you off. I was like, oh, let me get away from it. They've stuck us with this family of 4. So it's your standard American, like, classic, like, 2.5 children style Midwestern family or something. Mom and dad, son and daughter. They get pilot. The 2 kids got the pilot jobs.
Yeah.
The parents got the gunner jobs. And then, baby, Ash and I were back of the bus, basic bitch engineers. They just put us in the back. Enjoy your time, dog. You're just gonna sit in the back in the imaginary seats that didn't exist in the original Millennium Falcon. Strap in. I love the chick was like, oh, make sure pull on that tab for me.
Make sure you're not gonna go flying.
Make sure you're not gonna go anywhere on me, baby.
So I'm like, how intense is this ride gonna be?
I can't see anything.
It's very dark. It's very... You feel like you're in it. It's not claustrophobic. I'm very claustrophobic.
No, the cabin's pretty large.
So you have to, turn stuff on.
Right, so you'll see, like, my station... So the pilots, it's great because they kind of give you a quick briefing where they're like, hey, the pilots, I mean, come on, baby. You're going to be flying the Millennium Falcon. Gunners... You're going to be keeping our 6 clean, baby. You're going to be firing those cannons. You're going to keep it... Oh, engineers? This thing is a piece of shit and breaks down all the time. So, like, you're going to mash buttons until it fixes itself somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's great. That's just as good as pulling down the lever to send us into hyperspace.
So, this is very interesting because we now see way more of this ride through this video than we did when we sat there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm holding the GoPro camera out like I'm raising my hand, trying to answer a question in math class or something.
And he's giving us instructions. He's telling the left pilot what to do, right pilot what to do. He prompts the gunners, like, hey, gunners, shoot, we go to light speed. And,
the closest thing, it's like if you've ever ridden Star Tours,
yeah,
it's pretty close.
It's an interactive version of that.
Right. So, you're on Star Tours, it's a smaller scale. I wasn't super here. Was I supposed to do anything? I don't know. So you can see that green box in front of me. This dad is supposed to be hitting this button apparently, and he can't be bothered. So I don't know if he's trying. I'm lickety splicking on it.
So it's going red on the side because they keep running into stuff.
The damned kids were terrible. They're awful.
The girls just took our hands off eventually.
The girl just stopped playing it eventually. I'm watching my life flash before my eyes as my dreams of flying the Falcon are going out the window. This kid can't be bothered. The Falcon ride is wasted on the youth. They're always going to give the pilot slots to the kids. And meanwhile, the diehards are in the back. It's nonsense, I tell you.
Yeah, I want to do the pilot eventually because I want to see what it looks like.
That's the ride. If you're a pilot, that's the ride. You're riding it. If you're in the back, you can't see anything, and you're supposed to be looking at a panel on the side.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this. I honestly don't.
I don't either.
I don't remember what we were doing or what we did.
The sensation is fun. The storyline, I have no idea.
What were we even doing?
We were trying to get coaxium.
You guys remember coaxium from Solo, the Star Wars story?
Is that what that's from?
Yeah, it was really... Oh, I'm going to have to hit a harpoon.
Yeah. So, we're shooting this, and we're supposed to, pick it up or something? I don't know.
Dude, were we harpooning the coaxium?
Eventually, I thought. That's why I was like, wait a second, what's going on? So...
We're just mashing that harpoon.
So we got it. But that's the view you essentially have. I'm like, what am I looking at here?
Imagine Ash of, half the size of me. Ash is just crammed in the back. She can't see shit. I'm trying to hold this camera. Chewie's yelling. Is Chewie even part of this?
I feel like he's just watching or something because at the end they go, oh, you better leave before Chewie comes and, gets mad at you for how much you destroyed. This girl literally, at this point, has her hands off. She's grabbing the back of her seat like, I don't know what to do. And oh my God.
I heard her scream I don't like this. Yeah. I don't like this.
It's not really that big of a sensation.
You can hear her screaming.
But it's not that big of a sensation where you're like, this is scary or anything. It's less intense than Star Tours. Like, you don't have any big drops.
Right. Star Tours makes the sensation where you're falling down on this doesn't.
You bump into stuff because they're not flying the freaking thing.
Avoid the giant rock spires.
See? So this is summarizing our trip. We got 2 containers of coaxium.
Now, I don't know what your guys' score may be, but I feel like mine was pretty good. I want to be judged individually, not as a whole.
Yeah.
But we were told the entire time that
work together,
make friends with it. It was so when they're like, 6 of you, here you go, get acquainted. This is your flight crew.
I mean, there's 2 of us. What kind of experience are we always going to be subjected to? The other people in our area.
Yeah. So I mean.
So this gives us our summary of how we did and how bad the ship's damaged.
Basically, it's just him explaining how he's going to fleece you out of whatever profits that you were hoping to earn here.
Yeah. Which is, it's pretty funny. I don't know if it's different every time based on how you flew.
I think so. So apparently, if you do a really good job, when they open the door, everything looks great and pristine.
Yeah.
And then if you do a so-so job, there's some damage. And then if you do a trash job, the whole thing is smoking and cracking and looks all beat up.
Next time we fly, I plan to do a terrible job just to see what that looks like.
Ash is going to sabotage my own damn flight. That's a single rider jam.
We'll never single ride and get...
Right.
And get pilot.
Oh, that single ride sounds like an engineer's one-way ticket.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? They're just going to stick you in the back.
My nightmare is getting... Oh, I didn't know you went up there.
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Go up there.
I'm going up there. I told the guy, I was like, what are you going to do?
You can see things are blinking.
There was some damage, some sparking, some stuff, you know?
You can hear it. But, overall, I guess we didn't do that bad of a job.
No, the girl did a trash job. I did an excellent job.
No, we fixed everything, so...
Yeah, we were great fixers.
Engineers.
My dream. I waited 38 years
it feels super cool inside. Years. So, we look forward to riding it again. We don't look forward to waiting in the queue and smelling that smell.
Oh, no. Yeah, if you survive the fumes and then you make it to be, your dream as an engineer, then it's all good. It's all great.
So, where are we now again?
So, we're in the Rebel Resistance sector now. So this is where the X-Wing is. There's an A-Wing kind of hamming over there. There was a fairly attractive young Rey running around.
Did you catch her on video?
I don't know if I did.
So we bought a Sprite.
We bought a Sprite because we're so lame.
Well, also because we wanted to throw up.
Right.
So
I thought I was going to die.
The reason
I didn't film myself sitting on the side eating pretzels and with my head between my knees. But that also happened.
So this is where the other ride will eventually be. You can see the entrance and everything. So I guess they're just working on the interior.
The real ride?
The real ride, I guess.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be much longer. Smuggler's Run is fun. Smuggler's Run will have Fast Pass. So we did look out while we were down here, and we saw Chewie fixing this.
Yeah.
What is this again?
It's an X-Wing, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the new X-Wing.
So it's a little show, I guess.
So, a lot of people are kind of complaining that there aren't really too many characters outside of the original films. A lot of this is just geared towards the new stuff, man. A lot of this.
Yeah, very much. There is no Rebel. There is no Empire.
It's all First Order. It's all Resistance. There's no, apparently, we were there for 4 hours, so we can kind of only speak to our experience.
We only did 3.5.
Yeah, we actually left
got
early.
Done.
We were done.
Because there was no going into the cantina.
Nope.
We couldn't get a spot.
Nope.
And I got harassed by a stormtrooper. We saw a lot of stormtroopers harassing
he harassed me first.
He harassed you first, but he told me I was a level 2 threat.
So damn. Apparently not me.
Which was cool.
So you got the stormtroopers were cool. We saw Chewbacca. We didn't see Kylo Ren.
Nope.
But apparently, other people have seen Kylo Ren running around.
Yep.
Apparently, there's other characters that are gonna be big.
Oh, we saw the other girl.
Yeah, there's a girl that's gonna be
her.
They've imagined how she's gonna be a big hero.
She's gonna be in one of the next movies.
I don't know.
She's dressed in a flight suit like Poe or something, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If you want to come, you want to go hang out with Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. This ain't for you. This ain't for you, baby.
Rey wouldn't stop and take pictures because she was recruiting people.
She couldn't be bothered.
I don't know what she said to people, but she had a spiel of like...
Imagine the 300th fat guy that's like, can I take a picture with you? She was like, nah.
No, and then she'd go walk away and then come back talking to some person about, like, joining the resistance.
Right.
And this one that we saw, I've seen pictures of other ones, but she was very, very pretty.
Very pretty.
So I can't imagine. I mean, all of them have a certain look that they need to be, and they're all, you know, pretty. But I can't imagine them getting groped or harassed by strangers in Disneyland.
Well, she does have a staff.
She does have a staff, but she's wearing tight clothing, very much in a standard outfit.
She does have Chewbacca nearby, though.
Usually you do see the two of them. So she had little girls following her, which was so adorable. We saw a, like, maybe 2-year-old, old enough to walk, but that's about it, like, chasing Chewbacca down the walkway, which was
And then
pretty
Chewbacca's
funny.
handler was like, oh, Chewie got a little one behind you. Be careful,
Don't
Chewie.
kick her.
Don't kick her in the face, Chewie, with your...
I'm sure the dude in the costume can't see anything.
Hell no. Not her.
And he was tall. I'm thinking he's on stilts or something, or you just have a mass horde of really tall
There's
people.
a lot of former NBA players that need work. You know what I mean?
So,
hit that Chewie.
It was interesting. I was disappointed because we did see, you know, definitely there's been celebrities, and apparently Miss Holly Madison was in our time slot, and we didn't get to see her.
Yep, she was in there with us, and we didn't see her.
And we missed her.
Damn.
But we've seen, like, pro athletes, like, just a bunch of...
We saw an incredible guy
Oh,
just
my goodness.
dressed in... I hope someone leave in the comments if you figure out who this is.
Please.
Just imagine Vin Diesel wearing like a very tight shirt and then
shirtless.
No, was he shirtless
He
underneath?
was shirtless.
And then he
had
had like the Assassin's Creed
Yes.
kind of hood on, and then like tight jeans and
And it
boots.
was sleeveless.
Sleeveless.
So it was like a vest thing.
Yeah, the Assassin's Creed thing was just the hood, cloak, and
No arms.
like no arms.
Super buff bro.
Sunglasses.
Yep.
And was like trying to do YouTube videos through the whole time. And if you walked by in their shot, they would like frown and stop and start over.
Because he had a camera with that big furry microphone.
Right. He was a real pro. I was like, I hope that someday I could be as cool as this guy.
I mean, spray tanned, you name it.
He looked like
I want to know who this dude
Vinny.
is.
He looked like the Situation from Jersey Shore.
Yes.
He's like Vin Diesel. And I was like, who is this asshole? What are you doing?
With his partner, girlfriend, whatever, dressed in similar clothing,
She
heavily
was dressed
maked
kind
up.
of like Ray style. You know?
It's a Ray style, but
Meh.
it was interesting. So, I mean, we left around 11:30 because we were just kind of done. I think once 11 o'clock hit, when the other group came in, your ability to go into things stopped. So I don't think you could necessarily go into Smuggler's Run past a certain time because they check your wristband to see if you're still allowed to get in.
They made a mark on our wristband when we went in, and then we were like, whoa, is this like our one chance to do it or something? He's like, no.
Not until they tell us you're not allowed it anymore.
Right. But I guess if you're at, what I would imagine is if you're kind of in your like, I'm in my last 30 minutes, and you run in and they're like, have you already ridden it? And you look at your wristband and it says 3 times, they go, take a fucking hike, bro.
Or maybe at a certain time, they know the wait time is an hour and it's 11:30. They're just not going to let you in.
You're not going to make it.
I think they checked that. The cantina did the same thing after, because we met a lady from Florida when we were building the droids. Her husband was waiting for the cantina at
like saving her a spot or something.
Yeah,
there's
it was
some
like
system
11.
where it's like just on and off. Like it's like a nightclub where they just go, now you can come in, now you can't. And the problem is, you couldn't go in what, the first hour when we got there? They were just...
Well, I didn't understand. I think they had so many people in line. They said it was closed, but I don't know if it was closed not to go in or they had too many people already in line. It was very confusing, and I think this was maybe part of the role-playing stuff that made it like, hey, is it full of wait time or is it actually closed? Like, it didn't make sense.
This was all the time. This was constantly a thing where people are like, hey, I want to go get a lightsaber, and they have to go, we have no
don't make
more.
those here.
They play dumb like they don't know, and then they're like, oh, Savi isn't accepting any visitors right now or something. Like they have to like break your soul in a fun and creative way to disappoint you.
Yeah. So I think the way the lightsabers work is you get there, you stand in front of Savvy's workshop, and you get an appointment time slot. And I think those went within the first 20 minutes of the park being open.
Less than that.
I don't, because I mean,
people just sprinted over there. Yeah.
They take 14 people at a time. The show is 15 to 20 minutes. And I don't know how many people get in within the first time slot. If you think about it, how many
can you do?
How many are you going to do? You probably only actually have 3 hours worth of time that they're going to let your group go through, because your next group starts at 11. You want to let them have a chance. So to me, I think they really should be making these appointments online.
You know, buy your movie tickets online, something like that.
So
make a reservation ahead of time.
What if this was your vacation and you go and you didn't get this? I mean, who...
The problem is, at this point, you have to choose what you want to do. 4 hours isn't enough because of the mass of humanity.
Yes.
So, like, the scarcity factor, the time factor, the juggling, the uncertainty of it all, it's brutal, dude. And honestly, we had fun because we didn't have any of that. I didn't have any expectations. I didn't have anything that I had to do. I knew we were going back multiple times. We went June 1st. We're going to go that next Friday night. We're going to go another time. Like, we already have like 2 or 3 or 4 times booked. Like, we're savages. But if you were a family trying to get all this shit done, man, you are just effed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to pick and choose, and you're going to spend all your time in line, dude. For
certain things. If you want that cantina, you better be at an 8 a.m. wake up, or 8 a.m. Slot. Wake up at 6, be in the front of that line, and stand in that line.
And know where it is, too.
Yeah.
You better know where it is so you can actually get to it. And this was a problem where we were all the way in that mass of humanity on the left-hand side, but everything we wanted to do would have been on that right-hand fork.
Just so go straight, turn left.
Yeah, when you go in, the land, like, forks in two.
Yeah.
And the stuff that we were interested in is kind of all on the right-hand side. And it's very confusing. You can't ask for directions.
And even on the map, you can't even tell you can walk that way.
Right.
It doesn't look like there's a walk through, but there is. So if we were to do it again, which we are, but if we did an 8 a.m. And I was dying to get into the cantina, I would wake up, check in at 6, stand in the front of that line, in front of the Matterhorn, then at 7:30 or 7... they walk you to Fantasyland, where you hope you stay in the line, because at that point it's a free-for-all. You're not in line. You're in a massive
And we took
people.
full advantage of that fact, too.
We
there were poor people that were lining up in the park, like by the Dumbo ride. So if you've been to Disney World, the Dumbo ride is, 100 yards? Maybe 70 yards? 50? I don't know. From the actual entrance. And people were standing in this giant thing, thinking that was going to be like a place in line. And we went and sat and actually like just chilled out. Ash bought we went and rode a ride. We rode the Peter Pan ride. We're like, yo, I'm not standing out here doing nothing.
Because it was 7:15. We weren't going anywhere for half an hour.
Right.
And we got on Peter Pan because there's no wait.
We went through the restaurant that's over there.
The Rose Tavern.
Rose Tavern. Is that it?
Yes.
And we just melded into the mass when it started moving.
And it started moving, and we just hopped in.
We just hop in, baby. What are you going to do? What are you going to come fight me?
We heard somebody ask one of the restaurant's attendants, like, is this the line? Or she's like, well, not really, kind. So
no. It's not a line.
It's not.
Chaos, baby.
Everyone's just going to meld in.
Every man for himself out there.
You keep walking, and then you get led to the entrance of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
There you go.
And then you stood in line and waited for that.
Yeah.
You leave planet Earth. The role playing. If you're into role playing, go for it. Like, I can't embrace it. It just can't do anything for me. So, and it just was confusing because I didn't understand sometimes what they were saying. I asked them to repeat themselves. She's like, oh, you're using plastic? And I'm like, yes, I'm using a credit card. But the one thing we would do...
One thing, when I bought something and they want, or you...
The gonk.
I bought a little gonk droid. It's my favorite thing I own. It's my favorite possession in the world.
So this was at the Droid Depot. And in the front, not where you purchase your droid, but in the front, you could buy like a backpack or other stuff. Little cute knickknacks. And you could purchase a piece of metal that is a gift card that it's $100, but it has $100 worth of credits into this little piece of metal. And it's very cool. So then you take it around and you purchase things, anything, anywhere with this piece of metal.
Yeah, it's very cool. It looks like a...
It's like a diamond shape.
It's like a rhombus, maybe? Diamond, rhombus? I don't know. But it's cool. If you're gonna spend $100, you can only buy it at the droid shop. The droid is $100. Yeah. Go buy this thing, and then just zap it out the second you buy your droid. And then you have this kind of metal keepsake thing that you can keep in your wallet, whatever.
And you can reload it.
Yeah, reload it if you want. But if you're heading back home to wherever, you'll have this cool thing. You're going to spend $100.
I don't know if it says Black Spire on it, but it has like I would say maybe the logo or the kind of skyscape of the Black Spire outpost that you see on a lot of different stuff on one side. And then the other side, I think, has the language of something.
Arabic.
But it's really cool. Like, if we had realized that that's what that was prior to, we would have already purchased one.
Right. A guy behind me was insane. I was like, are you a plant? He was yelling at me to buy this thing, like how cool it was. And I was like, yeah, dog. No, I already know. Okay. Like, I'm done spending all my money, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we weren't going to
spend
any more.
What are you selling me on it? Like, I get it.
And apparently people were saying, like, do you have more? Do you have more? So I don't know if they'll run out of them, if that's a worry.
You can only get it at the droid shop, apparently.
Yeah. So I would buy one of those. Like, you can use it you can use it anywhere. Use it at the cantina, and you just touch the credit card machine. Or this little pad on the credit card machine, and it
and then they'll, one time they asked, can I have the father's name? I need the father's name. And they just wanted you to sign your receipt.
Yes. They said weird things when you had to sign your receipt. Can I have your name? She said, can I have your name to me once?
And they want, because everywhere at Disney, if you're an annual pass holder, you get a discount. So they politely ask, like, do you have a discount? Do you have a discount?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I have, like, my annual
pass. They're like, oh, great, that's your discount. Or some people kind of, like, I don't know. It was weird.
It was odd, man. The milk guy. People you're trying to ask for
directions. The milk stand doesn't give you discounts.
Yeah,
it's just like the other stands in Disney. We haven't been an annual pass holder that long, so that never sticks with me yet. Because I try to go to, like the churro stand. Oh, you can't use it there. The Dole Whip stand, you can't use it there. Okay, I can't.
The bottle of water. We try to buy a bottle of water.
Yeah, I can't keep it straight, so I just ask. So that conversation was awkward and confusing. Dude didn't get frustrated with me. He was polite.
He's getting a little frustrated.
I didn't understand what he was saying. He kept a fake ass smile on his face though as he was dealing with me.
Baby. You better.
But I look forward to going back. We're going back. We have an 8 p.m. reservation. So I've seen some really killer pictures of the fireworks show at Star Wars. So I can't wait for that. And
so we're looking forward to it.
We've seen it lit up from riding Big Thunder. So if you go to Disneyland, ride Big Thunder at 9:30. You get to see Star Wars lit up. And if you're lucky and you time it right and fireworks happen, you see the fireworks. And it's really cool.
It's really cool.
So I hope I don't, inspire too many people to do this because this is my new favorite thing. But if you're on vacation, please go do this. It's a very, very cool, magical experience.
Magic.
I love Disney. I love magical. Really I'm not, super hardcore on, playing role play or whatever. I don't dress up, but it's just a fun thing to do.
Mm-hmm. So we're hoping it just gets better. Apparently it will. It'll get better. Things will run smoother. I mean, we were trying to buy this poor Gonk droid for 10 minutes because the cash registers weren't working. Yeah. So there's all kinds of little things they're still trying to hammer out. I totally get it. They're bless their hearts out there. They're trying. You know what I mean? But I will say, I hope that there's quite a bit of improvements made. You got to get rid of that smell, dude. You got to get rid of the exhaust smell in the Falcon line. I can't imagine being in that room for 30 minutes just dying,
or
dude.
Being any hotter because it was not.
There was no airflow. There was nothing going on. I didn't feel like I wasn't going to throw up until we got into the ride.
And that was pumping.
And because it was pumping air, and air is hitting in your face, and you're starting and you're feeling okay.
Yeah.
But dude, I honestly, man, I don't know what to tell you guys. I have a pretty damn ironclad stomach, and I thought I was going to throw up in there. And I thought it's just it had an insane headache. I thought I was going to puke from the fumes or the smell or whatever weird. I don't know if it's me, dude.
I didn't feel
dying,
great,
man.
but I wasn't dying quite like he was.
Dying.
I don't know. It wasn't ideal.
Wait for the second ride. If you do not live in California, wait for that second ride. I don't know what the hell is going to go on. It's supposed to be the most insane ride of all time. Blah blah blah. Just wait for that.
Yeah.
Just because
let everything calm down, because when it opens to the free for all, I can't imagine how it's going to be.
No.
Granted, your annual pass holders that have the lower passes are blacked out. So that is not a mass of people that you're going to have to deal with. But mid-August, you will start having to deal with more people. But wait for that second ride. Make it worth your while. If you really want to go now, get a Disney hotel reservation. It allows parking not to be an issue. You get in quickly. Security wasn't an issue.
Nope.
We got right straight in, no problem.
Checking into the reservation wasn't a big
deal.
deal.
So getting into the reservation, being there at like 5:30, getting in, being in line at 6 o'clock to go in to check in, honestly doesn't benefit you unless you're dying to be very first in line. And I say line with quotations because eventually it gets to a free-for-all.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, imagine a line that is 45 people wide. How is that a line? That's not a line.
No.
That's who can sprint the fastest to get to the front.
And they kept saying, like, oh, you're all going to get in. Don't worry. Don't run. You're all going to get in. Which is true. So, like, when we go back, because I'm not one to waste my time and stand in line for hours for literally no point, I will wait until probably half an hour before my time starts. Go check in, because that took no time at all. And then wait for our 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. slot to go in. Go to whatever entrance they direct us to, probably Critter Country, and just kind of hang out. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to stand in line for...
Imagine you're in the pit at Coachella. That's basically what it is. You're just in a mass of people. And we went, let's get on an edge. Like, we got on an edge, man, so that we could breathe. But, I mean, there were people that were just crammed into and they were telling people to, like, tighten it up, guys. Like, push in, right?
No one was pushing or shoving, but they were asking us to make sure we had no space, extra space.
Be
just
as
like they do with
uncomfortable as
the
possible.
Haunted Mansion.
Right.
You know, everyone shoving together.
Shoving, baby.
Get as many people as you can. No one was pushing or shoving, which I've experienced at concerts, which I hate, which I appreciate here. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, they were trying to get as many people in a small area as possible. I have no idea how many people were in there. But as you saw in the very beginning of our videos, the initial line for everything, that was just a mass horde of people.
Yeah.
That was the worst part of it.
Yeah.
Once that died down, you could walk around, you could move, you could see everything.
Once the initial, I was like, is this what it's going to be?
Right.
When we were in the early clips of this video, when it's just shoulder to shoulder people, I was like, is this it, baby? Like, is this it? I might be here for an hour and get the fuck out of here. I can't do this.
Right. That was my nightmare is, you know, we were trying to walk against the flow because we were trying to get out.
Well, there was no flow. Right. There's no flow, and there's no one really, like, helping you. There's just mass confusion. Yeah. The staff is kind of clueless. They're still new. You know, so, you know, it is what it is, baby. Just embrace the chaos.
You get chaos the first 20 minutes. Either suck it up and get in line for what you want to do, but, like, you don't need to ride the Millennium Falcon the very first thing you do. No. You don't need to.
No one did. There was a huge line,
There was an hour line at first, and it'll die down. We saw it 5 minutes at some point. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I think it took us 20 minutes. The ride is, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes long. The whole experience itself, once you get into the first staging area, is a decent amount of time, and it's fun. Do it. We'll be doing it again. Hopefully never waiting through that waiting area again, or it will change.
Or I'm bringing a goddamn gas mask.
Or your own, like, air purifier. I don't know. It was ridiculous.
It was insane. I can't imagine a kid with, like, allergy problems or asthma or something, dude. I'm like, you know, a fairly decent athlete. Do jiu-jitsu 3 to 4 times a week. Been training for, like,
but, like,
Muay Thai, you know, MMA fighting, everything.
We got up super early. We also went the night before to Disney to scoop out where we were going to go. Because you check in at the launch bay. for those of you who don't know, with reservations. And then, you know, you go to staging areas.
But it's gonna be crazy because you're gonna have a lot of people who don't know you're gonna need a reservation.
We saw
a lot of people just trying to get into it with.
We saw a dude just legit walk by the people, and they're like, "Wait, do you have a reservation?" He's like, "Oh no, I was just gonna go look." He's like, "No, you have to get a reservation."
There's 8 layers of dudes trying to stop you.
What do you mean?
No, I mean there's just so much confusion of just the random Disney people. We saw a family getting into the park. They had waited in line for like half an hour to realize they were in the completely wrong line, that they were just there for Disney World.
Just to show tickets to go into Disneyland.
Right. Oh no, we got into the wrong line. I mean, you can't
they
underestimate.
Couldn't go in, but like they held up everyone else, and half people in behind us got all upset that
it's like 2 lanes, and the people to the right of us cut in front of us in the confusion while we couldn't get past the family, and then the lady behind us started freaking out. Did they just cut in line? I mean, just went.
Yeah, she was having a fit.
She was pissed.
I was just like, lady, they were in front of us at one point. They moved like 2 more minutes, and you'll be in. Like, just calm down.
She was
like,
pissed.
You want to fight them? Go ahead. Let me get through.
Please, I'll hold your shoes.
But like, I felt bad for the people who were checking tickets because they didn't have enough staff navigating the people in the line, because we were in the special event section to get into Disneyland.
They're just shouting after a while, "Please have your reservations out. Please have your everything out."
Group of kids that like didn't have their reservation
or something.
with them. I'm
like,
why are we not prepared? And I forget that the lowest common denominator is lower than my standard of life. So
brutal.
True,
well, there you go.
But true.
Get your shit together before you want to come to Star Wars.
Especially something with this much hype. The whole Disney itself has not been crazy busy. So
I think a lot of people are just maybe avoiding it, thinking it is absolutely insane.
Or waiting until it's open. I envision when it's open free-for-all, it's going to be crazy. The park will hit capacity, and I don't know what to expect from them then. But June 24th, enjoy the free-for-all. I probably won't be joining any of you. I'll let you all enjoy that for a while. I've had my fill. You'll find me on the teacups.
Ash will be cranking those teacups with me, hands back, just chilling.
Yep, or single rider on Space Mountain.
Yeah.
So the food isn't anything super cracked up. Try the milk if you want to risk a possible stomach ache.
I don't know, man.
A one-time fun thing, perhaps.
Yep, never again.
Never again.
No, I'm good.
Building the droid, totally would recommend that lightsaber if you're interested in what it looks like.
I wish they were cool looking.
I would love to do the experience. The videos online look really cool.
Really cool.
But hopefully one day they'll come out with more options. Or just a new vamp to get more people to buy new ones. Who knows?
Totally.
But, I look forward to going again on Friday. We'll have more, probably, feedback. We're going at night, so maybe we'll have some new video to show you guys the fireworks or just what it looks like at night.
There you go. Well, there you go, guys. Let us know if you have any questions, anything you want to ask us in the comments, any comments, any hard feelings.
If anyone knows about the droid issue I'm having,
if you know how to fix our droid, please call us.
If we find the answer, I'll post it in the comments.
Right. Well, but that's it for us, guys. Thank you guys so much. Hit us up in the comments if you need us. We'll talk to you next time.